Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Saiko here, and today we are here and I'm going to be talking about 3 first round upsets of game 1 in the NBA playoffs, 2019 NBA playoffs. I actually had to record this part before, or I am recording this part actually after I recorded the original video, and I just completely forgot that the Spurs and Nuggets game was on, so you may hear me mess up and say that there were 2 upsets or something like that, but yeah, there isn't 2 upsets, and yeah, I'm actually going to be adding in the Spurs Nuggets part because that game just ended right now. So the past me is going to be screwing up a little bit, but I'm really sorry about that. But anyways, guys, I will hand it off to past me, and then you will also get present me, who is going to be recording my Nuggets reaction, my Nuggets Spurs reaction, pretty much right after the Golden State one. You'll see it right after the Golden State one. So yeah, I will catch you guys probably in like 10 minutes or something like that. Yeah. So the first game that happened today was the Philadelphia 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets game today. And to be honest, like I said yesterday, I feel like the 76ers are going to have a hard time, or I guess 2 days ago, are going to have a hard time actually facing the, having a hard time. So the first game of today was the Brooklyn Nets versus the Philadelphia 76ers. And honestly, like I said 2 days ago, the 76ers may have a problem guarding the smaller guards. And to be honest, they kind of did, because if you look at it, D'Angelo Russell went off, Spencer Dinwiddie played well. The only guys on the Brooklyn Nets who did not play well were really Jared Allen and Rodney Kukrus. I don't remember. I still don't know how to say that rookie's name. I'm really sorry. I was watching this game, and honestly, I think that the 76ers really need to learn how to guard smaller guards. Because if you look at the stats, which I actually have right on my phone right here, D'Angelo Russell had 26, 3, and 4. He had 1 steal. He was 10 for 25 from the field, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, and 2 of 6 from 3-point range. And pretty much the only people who were stopped in this series were the rookie Kukrus and Jared Allen, who I don't know why, but he hasn't been playing well the last couple of games, or at least he hasn't really been scoring, and he averages like 11 points a game, and he scored like 1 point in his last game, and he scored 2 points in this game. However, on the Philadelphia side, Joel Embiid only played 24 minutes, but he had 22, 15, and 4, which honestly was really good, especially for 15 minutes. He played on limited time because he still has an injured knee. And Jimmy Butler went off for 36 and 9. He had no assists, which, I mean, it's Jimmy Butler. He doesn't really pass the ball too much, in my opinion, or at least like his career stats really don't say that he passes the ball too much. Ben Simmons was 9, 7, and 3. He didn't really pass the ball, and honestly, like, what pissed me off the most was probably the fact that Joel Embiid took 5 threes. None of them were made, and it just made me so mad that he was just taking all of these perimeter shots when he should be the guy that's inside in the paint, and Ben Simmons should be the one taking the shots, but he doesn't. So I mean, that's pretty much that. But yeah, the Brooklyn Nets had a pretty much easy time against the 76ers. I don't think they actually trailed in this game at all. I could be wrong, but when I was watching the game, the only thing I remember was the fact that they were just up on the 76ers a lot. And yeah, that was the first upset of game. Like, this is the first, like, they upset them. The second match that happened yesterday was the Toronto Raptors and the Orlando Magic, and I'm not gonna lie, this was sort of disappointing, because if you look at Kyle Lowry's stats, which I literally have right here, and I'll be honest with you, I was like, I'm not just looking at the stats, I also was watching the game as well to a little extent, because I'm not gonna lie, I was falling in and out of my sleep just because I was really tired, and I have an ear infection right now, and that's not really helping my case for wanting to really stay awake right now. But Kyle Lowry literally missed every shot. He missed wide open shots, he missed layups, he missed free throws, which actually was what really pissed me off, because honestly, playoff Lowry has been activated. Okay, that's such a bad joke. But honestly, the Kyle Lowry has always been known to not really show up in the postseason. And I remember I was watching Through the Wire, which shout out to them. They're on House of Highlights. Hopefully I'll be on House of Highlights or Bleacher Report one day. That's my dream, low-key on the down low. I'm speaking to an existence right now. But they had a podcast, and one of their questions was, what Kyle Lowry were they going to get in the playoffs? Were they going to get the Kyle Lowry that shows up in the Kyle Lowry that doesn't show up? And as of right now, it kind of doesn't really look like Kyle Lowry showed up in this game, but hopefully he can show up in the next game, and hopefully DJ Augustine also does not hit a game winner, because I think that if Kyle Lowry actually played like the Kyle Lowry of last year, the Raptors probably would have been able to beat the Magic this easily. And I think they got lucky because DJ Augustine hit that game winner. But yeah, honestly, I'm really surprised that there were 2 upsets in game 1 of the first round from 2 teams already. So yeah, that just really surprised me, honestly. And finally, the last game of last night was the Warriors and the Clippers. The Clippers actually kept it really close for the majority of the part. I even think that the final score was kind of close. I need to check the final score because I was watching this game as well, because I have Dish, and they only literally let me watch Clippers games because I don't have Spectrum Sports, because I don't know, the Lakers deal with TV is pretty trash in my opinion. But the Clippers actually made this a pretty close game until the end, where it pretty much ended 121 to 104. Steph Curry did break the record for most threes in the playoffs. I think just in the playoffs in general, he broke Ray Allen's record, which congrats to Steph Curry. He literally breaks records. He'll break his own record. I guarantee you that. Like, he just breaks his records, and he breaks his records and other people's records. It's just amazing, honestly. But I think my favorite part was watching Patrick Beverley guard Kevin Durant, because there were so many times where Patrick Beverley was just on Durant and they were just staring each other down. And I mean, Durant even said in the post-game interview that he really respects Pat Bev, and I mean, I really respect Pat Bev too, because like, he's a dude that no one thought was really going to be anything, and he was first team all defense at one point, like 2-3 years ago, and it really shows that he knows how to play defense. I'm actually really surprised that they put Patrick Beverley on Kevin Durant, because Patrick Beverley's like 6'1", Kevin Durant's like 6'11", so it literally looked like a 5th grader guarding like an NBA player, or like guarding like Steph Curry or something like that. It was just so, the height difference was just, it was, oh god, I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. But yeah, I actually noticed that Landry Shamet really did not play well. Like, he made 1 3-pointer, and that came in like the 3rd quarter, like early, the like latest 3rd quarter, I don't remember. But he made a 3-pointer, and honestly, he didn't really look like he was playing well. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 18 and 5, which, I mean, it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think that he's a pretty solid player, in my opinion. He's really good. I really like the guy. I talked about him yesterday. I think he has a bright future. And yeah, Zubac only had 4 points, but he only played 10. He only played 10 minutes. Montrezl Harrell showed up. He had 26 and 5. And I saw a stat on TV when I was watching the game, and it said that the last time Montrezl Harrell was in a playoff game, his average, either the last time he played, he scored 8 points, or he averaged 8 points, one of the two. But like, to go from 8 points to 26 points, what is just a big improvement. He's also a candidate for most improved, but I forgot to include him, but I'm including him here. And Lou Williams, like always, had 25, so I mean, there's nothing new right there, honestly. And we're back to the present / future me. This is being recorded right after that Golden State Clippers thing that just happened right there. But yeah, so this was the one game that I actually didn't even watch, because I'll be honest with you, I completely forgot that the Nuggets and Spurs were playing tonight. But I do have the stats right here, and to be honest with you, it doesn't really look like the Nuggets did a bad job. I mean, like, from the look of it, a lot of these guys, like, they did pretty well. Jamal Murray had no assists. Gary Harris went off for 20. Will Barton had 15. Millsap had 12. And Jokic had a triple-double, which is actually surprising, but he barely made a triple-double because he only scored 10 points. And like I said yesterday and the day before, I think Jokic just needs to, you know, score a little more, especially since he's in the playoffs now. And on the San Antonio end, it looks like everyone else did a really good job there too. Patty Mills had 4, 2, and 3, which, I mean, that's small. He only played like 20 minutes. But Derek White and Bryn Forbes showed up. They scored 16 and 15 points respectively. Derek White had 5 assists. DeRozan had a double-double. He could have made that a triple-double because he had 6 assists right there. LaMarcus Aldridge had 15 and 8. And yeah, I mean, the Spurs have the experience. Lonnie Walker played 7 seconds. Jesus Christ. I think Lonnie Walker should play a little bit more. Like, because the thing is, I feel like he is a big potential part of the Spurs' future, despite the fact that Bryn Forbes is probably the better shooter compared to him, or at least he's been playing. I mean, Bryn Forbes has played way more than Lonnie Walker, which I thought Lonnie Walker was gonna get a few starts this season, but I guess he really didn't. But anyways, yeah. So I kind of expected the Spurs to upset the Nuggets, and I kind of do expect them to move on to the second round, just because of the inexperience of the Nuggets and the lack of aggressiveness from Jokic. But yeah, those were all the games for tonight. I'm actually surprised that there were 3, not just 2, but 3 upsets in game 1 of the first round already. Really surprised me. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for more content, because I will be pumping out videos every day as long as the playoffs happen, and along with the fact that I will also be doing draft videos. I'll be posting a lot more on this channel. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.